We finally see the last few weddings, and the couples meet family and friends, and some of the mamas ain't buying it. Plus, it's sexy time. Let's go.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey!
Hello.
Yes! Married at first sight!
That's right. It is the Married at First Sight after show and after party coming live from your YouTube and Apple iTunes and all of the above. Hello, guys. I am Takira Shabrae. I am representing solo for the married ones today. And we have Ken here representing for the single men.
Yes, representing. I'm not solo today.
Because he has Lanisha representing for the single women.
Hey, all the single ladies, let's go!
We are talking Married at First Sight, Season 10, Episode 3. I Married a Stranger. Duh. Kind of what this show is all about. But we have a really exciting episode to break down. We have it's sexy time, y'all. We're going to have sexy time this episode. Hello.
Sexy.
Yes.
We have our Rate These Couples. We're talking about all the couples, breaking them down. But before we roll into all of that, what did you guys think of the overall experience we had? The last two weddings.
Y'all, my Eminem, y'all. That's my power couple, you guys. And might I say, Michael, you was looking good.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you was looking good.
We'll give it up for Michael and Meka, the Eminem couple, all that chocolate goodness. And definitely we learned a little bit more about Brandon and Taylor.
So you were feeling their connect. We saw a little bit more of them this episode.
We saw a little bit more of their interactions and how they kind of, act along with each other, but we'll see what happens.
To really see if it's about something.
Yeah, and y'all, we definitely see your comments. So throughout the show, we'll be reading your comments from last week, okay? So stay tuned.
Keep typing them up.
I love the comments. Our extended panel, because it's not just us three. And Mike, we love you. It's not just us four, but it's all of y'all. So let's hop into your chocolate M&Ms. Let's talk Meka and Michael. We finally see them officially get married, kind of a little bit last time, kind of bled into a little bit this time.
Yeah.
But this episode, Michael was taking ownership a little bit. Me personally, my overall through the episode, I was really digging Michael. Like, he is the epitome of a husband, like husband material. Like, when she's worried, he's stepping in. He's like, no, it's okay. Like, Ken was like, he's talking her through it. And I'm like, yes.
My thing was the kiss.
The kiss, yeah, very much so. I had to quote him so many times, so I'm going to drop a couple of them. He said, his vows, he said something about the joy, strength, and imagination to our marriage, that he plans on bringing that. I will choose you on the day after and the day after. And then at the end, he just simply said, it's amazing. It feels amazing. Happy and honored and blessed to be married to her. I'm stepping into my future with my wife. Yeah. His heart is so into it. What do you guys think?
His heart is in it, and also with him telling her to just power through it. She was worried. She was like, this is awkward. And he was giving her that. He was being that husband, that man that she obviously needed, because as soon as he said, hey, let's just power through it. Yeah. It was just like, okay. And she was going with the flow. So it was very reassuring to know that she had that with him.
Yeah, 100%.
Listen, I was iffy about Michael at the very beginning.
Like episode one,
like introducing the individuals, okay? But when I saw him coming in with a suit, y'all.
Oh my God.
That fresh cut.
Lanisha.
And he said the vows. I said, come on, man.
He took
took the lead in a lot of, not even just at the wedding, at the reception too. He took the lead in a lot of ways possible.
And their conversation after the wedding was my favorite because I feel like theirs was a little less awkward. I mean, let's be real, you're marrying a stranger, so a little awkwardness is going to be there, but I feel like theirs was more natural. Like, it just flowed.
And from the build-up, it was a little bit misleading because you thought that maybe the hang-up on her dress was going to kind of throw her off. And we saw some comments about people saying, like, hey, it needed to be on point. And I know personally, if I tell the producers I want to be married in an electric blue suit and I get a navy blue suit to meet the future love of my life, then it's like, come on, we already talked about this, and her dress was too big, and she wasn't really feeling, that having that confidence. So it was good to see her unwind and become comfortable with Michael in her baggy dress that she.
Right. She was like,
Our host, Mike over here, asked the big question, saying if it would be a big deal. And Keisha, per year, says, yes, a bridal gown that is ill-fitting is a big deal. And I totally agree with you, girl, because if my dress not looking right, you was not seeing me down the aisle yet. No. We're going to go get this fitted, bring her here. She's going to sew it up. I'm going to look right coming down the aisle. I want my man to, like, look at me and cry. And be like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
I mean, let's be real. Michael probably didn't look at her dress and like, that sweetheart is not fitting. But it's what's within that. It's not just the fitting of the dress. Like you said, Ken, it's the confidence that comes from that. So whether you're male, female, whatever, when you're confident, you can feel it. And so I think 100% it makes all the difference.
Yeah. And her friends were great. Like her vitals, like saying like, you look beautiful. Like that's your job. Is to reassure her.
She was feeling like Bridezilla, 100%. She was like, I'm not doing it. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I think one thing that kind of we see a little anticipation in the future was his plan was for some a vibe. So just as a reminder, Meka's 25, Michael's 31, and they kind of talk about a plan. So they're talking about kids because, she has a goddaughter. And she was like, okay, what about you? What, kid-wise, do you want to have kids? She said a year. And then she was like, I just met this man, so I'm actually being conservative. She probably wants to get pregnant, like, at honeymoon. And he's like, nope, 2 years. So first off, what do you guys think about their differences? Do you think it's going to kind of come in between them? Which side do you take?
I like Michael's 2 year. How he was planning it out. First off, you are strangers. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
So let's take this 1 year to get to know one another, and then take the second year to establish y'all careers, the goals, and everything. Because she's still trying to be a CEO, and he's trying to be a principal. So they still need to establish that as well. Come on, kids do get in the way. We love them; they're cute, but they do get in the way. So I liked his plan; it was reasonable.
I would side with Michael as well, just because 2 years getting to know each other. They want to travel and really just get to know each other. I was their best man in a wedding last year, and the topic of children was a very big thing for that couple. And that's important for a lot of couples. So
didn't agree or did they agree?
I don't know. I think Meka was just trying to go along with it for his sake, but I could see that kind of not being.
She didn't like it.
No.
Yeah.
But that's something to get over, I feel like.
Yeah.
If it's only a year difference, it's not like he's saying like 7 years like Matt last season. So it's not like he's waiting for like forever. And he has a reasonable plan with it.
I mean, 9 of those months you're pregnant. It's you got to go through it. I mean, if Mike were here, I feel like he would side with me because he and I have been married the same amount of time. Neither one of us we have both been married for like 4-ish years, 4.5, 5 years. Been together with our significant other for 6 years before we got married. Neither one of us have kids. We're still living our best life. So if Mike were here, it'd be funny like if I got pregnant at the same time as Mike's wife. Like, we just need to keep this going. If
that
Mike.
happens,
I love you.
Oh my gosh, update us if that happens.
I love you. speaking of getting it on and maybe having kids, we're going to hit you with a little live message, a nice message we have for you guys first, and then we're going to hop into this whole Zach situation. Ooh. So, Ken, you have a little something special for our viewers?
Yes. Before we move on, just wanted to let you guys know, thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. Make sure you click that subscribe button and keep those comments going. And if you're listening on iTunes, make sure you rate us 5 stars. Yes. Shout out to Jamal Lamont and Lakita Alls. They hopped in the comments to welcome me. So let's keep those comments going. Really enjoy it. Thanks.
Yes. I actually have some comments from people about some of these couples we be talking about. So God Loves Culture. She says, think the family knows what's up with Brandon. Pay attention to how the family was acting. He's a nice looking guy, but comes off as dry and somewhat smug. Mm-hmm. And J Brook 07 says, Brandon is not going to be cool enough for her. He comes off like he's pretending to be confident, but you can tell he's not. So some of our people in the comments, there's over 100 of you guys, and we love it. They are not feeling Brandon. Oh. And somebody said, I think it was Vina, who said that it should have been Keith from last season matchup with
paired with Taylor.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, look, we're going to table Brandon and Taylor because I feel like that can go so many different ways. We'll table that and bring it on back to Mindy and Zach. So we see Mindy and Zach get married this go around. Mindy showed all 32, probably even 75 of her teeth. I mean, if there were more teeth in the body, I feel like she would have showed them. What were your takes on Mindy and Zach's wedding?
Man, you go ahead. I'm still thinking.
Mindy was very physically attracted to Zach. Like, just Zach. It was just like she had saw her Disney prince. He was everything that she dreamed of, and he could do no wrong. And I think that could hurt her in the future, just because it's like just take it back a notch. Like, okay, he's a attractive looking guy, but like let's really get to know him. But she's very smitten, and it's just like everything he says, she just eats it up.
Yeah,
and just like.
Like dessert and all. Appetizer, dessert, eating it up. What about you, Lanisha?
Listen, I got some red flags popping up. Like, as cute as they looked in this episode, because they had some cute moments. I even liked his vow where he proposed again. You know? So, again.
Well,
proposed.
I would just say, like, that was my only kudo. I was going to give him his kudo first and then destroy him after. But I think he's the first one to do that, to actually give his bride a proposal.
And ask permission.
Yeah. So he got major kudos for that. I hate it came from Zach. I wish it came from, like, Michael or something.
Okay, we wanted it from our people.
Pick your battles.
We wanted Michael. I wanted Austin. Like, oh my gosh.
But were you digging Zach? Going, what were you?
So here's my red flags. From when the mom says that he has commitment issues. Ooh. Ding, ding, ding. Especially with, it didn't match up with some things that he was saying. Like, I just don't go on dating apps and all that stuff.
I'm not a serial dater.
But your mama knows best, you. Well, I know.
Very much so.
Mama knows best.
Mama also said,
what else?
He might learn how to treat a woman from this experience.
See?
Might learn how to treat a woman from getting married. Like,
I'm glad you said that, because I forgot about that part.
I just wanted to make sure that was,
I forgot about that
if part. If that was not the stab to the gut.
I'm glad you said that, though, Ken. And then, like, another red flag for me was him always talking about appearance. Like,
I mean, that surprised you, though? Let's be real. Come on, y'all.
You could be good looking, but still be humble. Like, I know a lot of good looking, I won't say a lot. Okay, I know some good looking people who are very, very humble. Like this panel, we are very humble.
I would just say, Zach is the epitome. I mean, day one, even when it was like solo interviews, answering questions, whatever, I'm not sold by him. I will never be sold by him. Sorry, Zach. You're gorgeous. Not my type, but you're gorgeous. Never sold. Ever.
I think it's just the hair.
He 100% believes in his image. The fact that he asked his friends, hey, what's some really embarrassing tendencies of Mindy? I mean, does she, like, wear flats?
That part! What?
Yes.
First off, what's wrong with wearing flats? I mean, what's wrong? What's wrong with flats?
He
There's
would
nothing
hate
wrong
me,
with
you
flats.
guys, because the heels is not my thing. I'll wear it on certain occasions, but heels is not my thing, so he would hate me.
From the selfie after that was okay, kind of cute, but again, it's coming from him, so I'm not taking it very like I'm not taking it on a cute level. And then he's like, "Oh well, if she's gorgeous, then yeah, that's a plus. If she's beautiful, that's like your number one. Let's be real."
Well, he definitely said that. He's like, it's not just about her being gorgeous; it's also about other things. So I think the other things is the plus, but he most definitely wants her to be in shape. He mentioned physical. He mentioned all of that. Okay.
That's definitely top of the priority list. That was the first line from his vows. It was mentioning her physical beauty and attraction. That was the first thing that was stated. So,
and he didn't talk to the family. Zach didn't talk to the family. He did not talk to the family. We take that.
Okay.
I'm
Michael gets an excuse. He thought the mama was a sister. Okay.
Right. He was like, "Oh, that's her sister. Oh, that's her mom." But he ended up talking. Zach was just like, I love Ken. I was like, did he talk to the family? He was like, I think he's just talking to himself. I'm like,
amazing.
No,
again.
TK, you made me laugh when he winked, and you were like, "Oh, that is not."
I'm not buying it. Not buying it. Because you know what? Like he said things like, I'm going to have a partner by my side and that feels scary. I feel like all of these things, all of these red flags are the epitome of him being a play. Again, I don't know him personally. I'm watching the show like everybody else. So I got my opinions just like everybody else has their opinions. But I feel like being a married woman, the risk of when you choose to be married, you have to die to your old habits. You die to yourself. You die to your old self. And you have to make the choice of, obviously, do I have options? 100%. Will I continue to have options? 100% until the day I could be 74 and still have a 75-year-old man look at me at the grocery store and I might let him carry my milk. I mean, like, you're still always gonna have options, but you're choosing love. You have to be willing to choose love because you choose it every single day. And he's the epitome of the player who only wants a wife because he knows that's the thing that he probably should do. Just like a good girl who is in love with a bad boy, but she's like, you know what, let me have my phone with my bad boy. I know ultimately I'm supposed to marry the good church boy and all of this stuff. But at the back of her mind, she's still going to be thinking about that bad boy. I'm not buying it. Sorry, Zach.
And I feel bad for Mindy because, like, nobody showed up.
Oh, I love Mindy. I want her to find a husband. Zach's not it. Yeah. Speaking of loving, Jessica and Austin.
That's my couple. That's my people. That's my people.
I have to publicly apologize. And I don't do this often. The cousins are keeping it so 100. I'm going to stop calling them cousins because they're obviously not.
Right.
But I am so ridiculously in love with them right now. I wish Mike were here because he had the same vibe as I had. I'm so in love with Jessica and Austin. What do you guys think?
I love them as well. I mean, I love Jessica's friends and how during their interrogation with Austin, they were like, it's like bad boys. Like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? You can tell they're very protective of her, but they were also having fun. That other couple that with the friends just wasn't. You have to watch the friends. Oh, I would say definitely watch the friends. The friends show a lot in these people, and you can pick up on a lot of different things, but
birds of a feather
flock together. But those birds that flock with Jessica, I'm definitely feeling them. And Austin's a mama's boy, and I mean, they're just so cute.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Jessica Gilbert, not our Jessica over here.
Oh, okay.
She says, I really like Jessica and Austin together. I thought I wasn't going to like them, but I think they're going to be the favorite couple of the season. I love quirky couples.
Ditto on all of that.
Yes.
And can I just say that first off, she gave me life again with this, I got a husband. I got a husband.
That's going to be me. I got a husband. We getting it.
She did the first go around. I'm married. I love her like quirkiness. Like I love that they're both quirky, but she kind of has a fun side to her, because when we look at the twins, we see Jessica as being the kind of like, honestly, like we were like, okay, she's the boring one. The other sister is the fun one. She's the outgoing. But Jessica is.
We see her fun side.
She is so walking in her happiness.
Jessica is letting loose, and she is not afraid to let loose. And Austin is, I mean, he's leveling up with her and bringing his energy level up as they knock down the champagne and stuff.
And at least he could cook something. Unlike Brandon.
That's fine.
Okay.
She'll eat chicken.
With chicken, you can, you barbecue, grill. You could do anything you want. Lemon pepper. There's a lot, okay?
Different sides. We're going to make it work.
Right.
All right.
100%.
You could cook that.
I can't wait to talk about them. I know, right? I can't wait to talk about them during the sexy time. So, very much so. Our next couple breezing on through, Katie and Derek.
Ooh, they was lit. They was so lit on that liquor.
I think everybody was. Everyone. Mom, dad. Well, no, dad was okay. No. The friends, obviously. May I quote, "Are you gonna her?" I wish I had like a beep. Are you gonna her down or what? Derek said, "She just needs to feel warmth, and I'm looking forward to providing that warmth." Derek, oh my gosh. What are you guys thinking about this couple so far?
I think it's exactly like Elizabeth and Jamie from last season, where they were very passionate with sex, but when it came down to the relationship, that's what's scary. Like, I feel like they're so ready for that it's gonna end up being like a rocky hill.
Yeah, you think they're ready for the things of marriage and not ready to take that journey?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
I think Derek is he's a little bit more reluctant. Katie is like, she's ready. Like, I feel like she's like, I got
Katie ready to have a baby.
My crop midriff wedding dress. I'm ready. Let's get it going on.
Yeah.
And her relationship with his groomsmen, they're like back and forth was real cool, and everything. It was like, okay, like you thought that she knew his friends for a very long period of time, and Katie, her friends with Derek, that was just like a little bit too much, but he kept it G.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His
G.
response. His response was killer. I liked it. Yeah, she's smitten.
Almost everybody in the comment was talking about Katie reminding them of Amber from last season, because Amber was so into, I just want to get married. Like, they don't care who you're getting married to. They just ready to just be married.
Yeah, just like the thought. I think so. I mean, I think we'll have some issues out of this couple because of that. He's never been in love. She went in thinking about her ex. Like, neither one of their slates were clean before they came in. Everybody has a little bit of baggage, but at least start with a clean slate, and I don't think they did.
Nah.
Speaking of not so clean, let's finally talk about Brandon and Taylor. Lord have mercy.
That's the one y'all all went in on.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments about Brandon and Taylor. We didn't see much of them this episode, but Ken hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
We see a little bit more of their interaction. So what do you think, Ken, about their interaction now that we've seen a little bit more?
Well, the first thing is with Taylor's mom, and she does not like it. She was very standoffish, and Brandon, that's when his nervous energy just starts, because she's just like, and he's just like, well, he's trying to open up to her more, and she's still like, well, I don't like it. So that was just a little bit more. And Brandon's mom, on the other hand, was more warm and inviting with Taylor. She was holding her hand as she spoke with her. She was looking at her in her eyes.
Well, of course. I mean, Taylor is like here, okay?
Exactly. I was about to say, I honestly think that's because of Taylor, because it's almost like her energy is contagious. So you can't help but to have that sort of... So, of course. I mean, and Brandon is just... energy transfers.
Hello.
So
but she can't transfer that to Brandon.
Very much so. I feel horrible for Taylor. I think 100% Taylor is wifey material. 100% Brandon is not going to give her what she needs, nor does he even deserve to be in her presence. I don't think that it's not, obviously he's not physically attracted to her. I personally, again, my opinion, picked that up. I just don't think he's attracted to her. Interesting comments. Let's get into the comments about
with all
our extended panel. Because were there any others other than the ones you've already read?
Well, Danielle S. First off, she said my favorite panel, so she loves us, including Mike.
Thank you.
And she says I want to give Brandon the benefit of the doubt too, because I know you were saying last episode you wanted to give Brandon the benefit of the doubt, and
I tried.
I mean, it looks like Taylor's optimistic too.
She's very overly optimistic.
I would be too if I was
It's still
married.
the wedding night, and we can give him the benefit of the doubt, but now at this point it's just like, nah. It's more time has progressed, and it's still like something's just not clicking.
Oh,
it's not.
And the episode preview, I can't get over that. First off, all of the drama. I love how the honeymoon, like whenever they all go on the honeymoon together, that's when I really love it, because all the couples come together and start comparing each other.
That's when they all start looking.
it.
I mean, look, Mindy and Jessica was already doing it. Like, what's your
In the
husband like? Is
bathroom.
your husband good? Okay. We like it? Okay, cool.
Brandon, the one thing that 100% rubbed me the wrong way, he grabbed the cake, which... It was like oh God, it was just so awkward. It was like I can't even get my words out.
I know.
It was like he tried too hard to be too cool. It's like he
pretty much
did
all the
it.
comments that was said in the beginning.
Yeah, and then but Mama was just not. She was like, oh.
Like, really?
The look
This
on
is
her
who
face.
my daughter's marrying? T. Lee says, run, Taylor, run!
Yeah.
I think we're all thinking that. Like,
Yeah, no.
I feel so bad. And I definitely agree with that last comment for Taylor being matched up with Keith, because it's just that maturity.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
But
I feel like
Keith
that's
was
what's missing.
Super immature too, though. Keith and Chris.
No. Last season.
Oh, last
yeah, the
season.
other Keith.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant Keith and Christine from 2 seasons ago. Okay, cool.
But there was
somewhat,
just a maturity thing going on here, and I think she's one of those ones that's just too mature for him.
I don't think that Taylor's feeling it, because Ken and I kind of picked up on it when she's trying to give examples of like, I'm super excited. This is the other couples are like, we're conversating,
Right.
we're having great conversation. He's really flirty. I really like him. I'm smitten. Blah blah blah. Taylor's like, we like animals. I'm like, pull anything out. You got nothing else, girl. Pull something.
She tried.
She reached to the extreme, and I felt so horrible because I'm so in love with Taylor.
Right.
All right. Anything else? We got some special segments and all that good stuff coming.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
Let's.
A lot of y'all think comparing him to Luke and Katie, and so
I don't think
there's
it's there
that.
yet, because Taylor's not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So I think she's way too strong. Well, with that, people, it's sexy time. Yeah.
Oh, that's your sexy dance right there.
Let's talk Meka and Michael. Sexy time, yes or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think they're trying to play it off like they're gonna have sex, but I don't think. I think Michael's gonna respect it, and just not go for it.
This music.
I'm going to go with that. We all want the M&Ms to have their chocolate time, but they're going to hold off on it because he's going to be a gentleman, and yes, that's how I feel.
Okay.
I like how
Sexy
yours is
time.
like smooth jam. Yeah.
Quiet storm.
There we go. Exactly. I am going to go with a no, a double no. Because I love how the editors tried to play it up. She was like, you know what? I was going to go to bed, but now... And then they cut it. I'm like...
Turn off the light.
Yeah, no, still not going to happen. She's going straight to bed. And, Michael's going to happen. Mindy and Zach.
Ooh, they might get it on. I mean, Mindy was biting her lips, you guys.
She wanted it at the altar.
She was ready.
I'm going to say, unfortunately, yes. And the reason why, Mindy wants it, and Zach will not deny it. Even though he might not want it, they remind me of Luke and Kate. Not so much on the dark level of disgust, but I think Zach is going to feed into the stereotype of an Instagram model guy. He's just gonna do it just because it's, why not? It has a pulse.
What you think, Ken?
Horrible as that sounds.
I'm going to have to agree with TK and say yes, because Mindy, she definitely wants it.
Okay.
And Zach, because he is so wants to know what that body looks like and that physical. He's just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's get to it so I can see what you look like underneath your clothes, wife.
And that will determine if he wants you or
to
not.
continue, correct. So,
All right, Lanisha.
Oh, I told y'all.
Oh, y'all knew it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
gonna happen. Mindy was biting that lip. Girl,
Oh, yeah,
she
very much
ready.
Jessica and Austin. They used to be cousins.
No.
Ooh, okay.
I think that they're going to go to bed and have it the next day.
Oh, okay. All right.
plot twist. I'm going to say they went to bed thinking they were going to have it the next day, but when they removed that pillow, that barrier, and somebody rolled over, it happened on the honeymoon.
Yes.
The barrier is not going to be there for long, honey.
Yes. The neighbor came knocking a little early.
Okay.
I thought y'all were
I
cousins.
said the neighbors know my name.
I think so. I think they'll do it. 100%. All right, quickly, we have two more couples, Katie and Derek. Are
Yes.
they getting pregnant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right, cool.
And it's going to be hard, like he said, and grab that hair and...
Ooh, Lord, child. And I think Derek's going to get a little scared. Brandon and Taylor. Are we sexy time?
I don't see it, because Taylor, why would she want Brandon?
That's a hard no. I believe Brandon wants it and would not deny it, but Taylor, she is... she's going to hold her own.
She
And like
already
she
set
said,
that guard.
she's not that kind of girl.
Right.
Nope.
Maybe if Brandon was giving her a little bit more chemistry, she would be. I'm just saying.
She didn't even want to kiss him.
All right. I think he'll try to fill in that booty and she'll get a nice little on the hands. All
Tap,
right.
tap.
Let's quickly rate these couples.
Yes.
All right. Meka and Michael. What are we feeling?
Oh, 9.
Oh, okay.
I'll give them an 8.
Oh, all right. I'm going to keep them high. I'm going to go 9.
Yeah.
Go 9 on this.
That's
I
my
really,
Eminem.
really liked Michael. Mindy and Zach.
I'll give him a 6,
Oh,
A little hope.
Very underwhelming. I'll give them a 3.
oh, okay. I'm giving them a 2, and those 2 points are all Mindy. Jessica and Austin. Ugh,
9.
yeah.
I'm going to give them a 9 as well.
They get my 9. They are like,
Yes.
I think I agree with the comment. They're going to be the favorite couple this season. Katie and Derek.
Oh, yeah. My 2. Oh, wait. What did I give him? Oh.
Katie and Derek, the one that wants the baby.
I'll give him a 3.
Ooh.
I will keep it at a 6.
Okay. I'm going to go 5. So I think, they're still in La La Land. They're still being blinded by the light. So
I just think everything is so perfect right now. I just could see it going
south real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
100%. All right. Our winning couple, Brandon and Taylor. What are we giving them?
I'm going to give them a gold star and a -1.
I am going with the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1.
Okay. I'm going to go with the golden goose egg of a 0, actually. Can I
Hello.
do that? Maybe a 1.
Hello.
I'm not buying it. They're not the Beyonce and Jay-Z that I thought they would be. All right, let's wrap it up with some news and gossip.
Yes.
Now,
AfterBuzz TV News.
I have to give a very slight spoiler alert. And again,
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I'm giving you a
Spoiler alert.
moment.
Spoiler alert.
I'm giving you a moment to stop listening. But before you go, remember to rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment, all that love. But leave right now if you don't want to talk spoilers. Even you two don't know this because this came out 4 hours ago. And I tried to keep you guys off of your phones, told you not to get on Google, but
I was on YouTube.
the news and gossip as of 4 hours ago, according to People, one pair has already decided to call it quits. The annulment was filed before the first episode even freaking aired. This is a first. This is a first time in the Married at First Sight history that a couple has broken up before the show's wedding episodes have finally finished airing, according to People. But the infamous couple, Brandon and Taylor.
I knew it. I knew it.
But what's so juicy is
Give us the juice.
apparently it wasn't, like, obviously it wasn't a love connection, but apparently Brandon is the one that filed for the annulment before the episode even aired. So he filed the paperwork to get rid of
He
her.
had to, you know what? I'm done with them.
So is it like whoever files first? Like, what is the protocol with if I file first, then it's like
All I know
it's on
is
you?
the audacity.
Kind of, because it's
Okay.
almost like I broke up with you, you didn't break up with me type of thing, even if it's mutual. But yeah, today's January 15th. And the episode, the I Do episode, whatever, finished airing this time. But he filed the paperwork to dissolve the marriage on January 2nd in Baltimore in county court. But yeah.
Brandon said,
Wow.
"New year, new me, no wife."
Man.
No
No
Taylor.
wife. So,
And you guys called it too, because Rochelle Heller gave him a 4, AM gave him a 2, and Marita Perello gave him a 3. So
Yeah, no. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We obviously have so much more coming up in this season. I'm so excited about the thrillers. But to carry on the conversation, we love to find you in the chats, all the comments, all that good stuff. Where can they find you, Lanisha and Ken, to carry on the conversation?
oh my gosh, you guys can find me on all social media at Lanisha, spelled LANISHA 914.
Okay, you can find me on all social media platforms at Kenneth Ware.
Yeah, he's not gonna spell it.
I'm not gonna spell it this time.
You could have been team single. Come on, you're supposed to be on my team.
And you can find me, Takira Shabrae, on Instagram and Twitter at Takira_Shabrae. And you can find our lovely Mike at Mike Thieling. We will see you next week because it comes with the goods.
Ooh.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.